So here we have 3 different kinds of chickens on our property. The first one is our egg-laying flock. There are 12 of them in there, and they are full grown. There are 2 roosters, which you can see there with the red crops on their heads. They are very defensive of the hens, and they can be kind of a jerk. So we have tried to set it up so that you don't actually have to go into the chicken run. This is their coop, and this is where they lay the eggs. So if we open here and come around to the other side and do the same thing, this will open. Yes, this is our broody chicken. So she wants to sit in there all day long, and she gets very upset if you try to reach for her. See, she bites. Doesn't hurt, but makes you... Thank you, rooster. Doesn't hurt, but it makes you jump. There's some eggs for us. I'll collect those. But that's what you would do if you wanted to collect the eggs, is you would just open this up, deal with broody hen, and then get some eggs. All right. Thank you again, rooster. So right down here is where their food goes, that little white PVC pipe. Let me show you where the food is. So over here to the left of the chicken run, we have 2 trash cans. You'll see one, and they're kind of faded, but you'll see one on the top has a orangish yellowish label that says chicken layer feed. That is for the chickens that I just showed you. So in there is a scoop. You would give them approximately one whole scoop like that. I usually do that into that white PVC pipe. I usually do that about twice a day, once in the morning and then once again at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, which is when I also collect the eggs. Next to that is our broiler feed. We will be looking at them later. Same system, it's just slightly different feed, and the way you feed them is a little bit different, but same. They're right next to each other. While we're on the topic of feed, around the corner here is the feed for the next chickens that we will go see. I have it covered in a tarp because it's not exactly waterproof, but again, very similar concept. There's a little white bowl in there to scoop it up, and that's what we're going to give to our baby chicks, which we will go see now. So around here to the side in this little chicken tractor, we have 16 chicks that will become laying hens. When they grow up, you just lift this. I do have a board over there if you need to prop it up. So that's where their food goes. That's their water. And I will show you how both of those open right now. So, all right, so we've gone hands-free. Hopefully you can see whatever I see here. So yeah, you're gonna get the board. I use that to prop it up, just however feels stable. All right, you grab this, and you just kind of carefully run your thumb down it. It will pop open. You can see that they've been nice enough to poop in it, but that's where you would put the feed that's in that tote with the little white bowl. All right, and then you just snap it shut and put it back down. The waterer, yep, there's the rooster again. The waterer, you take, and we'll go put water in it because it's all gone. So, I'll show you how to turn on the water. So over here by our fire pit is our hose. So to do the water, turn the thing upside down like that, put it against the ground and twist like you're unscrewing it, and the top will come off. All right, and I gotta go turn on the hose. I'll be right back. All right, so here's our hose. I have a timer on it, mainly for the garden, but I like to just turn it to about 15 minutes or so, and then I don't have to worry about turning it off. All right, and then we get back out to the waterer. I'll grab this hose here. I like to put it on shower mode because then it doesn't spray back at me as much. And you just fill it up. Alright, so it's all the way full. And then putting the lid on is the reverse of taking it off. You set it down, you see little white tabs, push down onto the ground, it helps if it stayed in place. Twist until it's locked, and then you spin it around like that, and the water runs out there, but it'll stop once it fills up the red ring. So then let's carry that back over to our baby chicks. There's our feed bins again, and the bin for the baby chicks. And you just put it right there, thereabouts. The placement of the water is not as important as the placement of the food. The food needs to be back in this area where it will stay dry. If the water's up front and it gets rained on, no big deal. All right, put that back down. We'll just lay this here. And that's it. That's our baby chicks. All they need is food and water, and they should be good. All right, and then let's go see the third bunch of chickens, which is our meat birds, or meatballs as I like to call them. So they're out here in the back corner. They've moved all the way around the property, and they're on their way back now. So they are also in portable chicken tractors, and they actually need to be moved every day. I moved them this morning, but I will demonstrate now how to move them again. They don't mind because they get fresh grass again. So we've got two chicken tractors here. Each one has 26 and 27 chickens in there, just chilling. They're both tied down because the wind keeps wanting to blow these PVC roofs open. It's also important that the roof with the mesh is on top. That kind of helps to hold the one with the panels on, because it likes to catch the wind and go flying. So you can open it if you want. You can open it all the way open. I usually just kind of hold it about halfway, like that. All right, this is their feed. So sometimes I come in here and I spin it because it helps to make it come out. Those cups along the back are for their water, and I will show you that in a minute. All right, and then like I said, when we close this, we lift the screen up, put that down, and then close the whole thing. All right, and then route it through, and tie it down. That is, like I said, just to keep it from blowing open when the wind kicks up. All right, and now moving them is fairly easy. They're very well trained to it by now. So I come here, I grab this blue rope, which is attached to the front of that. Now what I like to do is give it a little yank, and you'll see they all come running forwards. They know the drill. So then, it's a little hard to get it moving at first, but once it's going, it's not bad. And you just pull it forwards, a little at a time, to not run over any chickens, because I don't know if you could see it on camera, but there was one in the back that was kind of lollygagging back there. I didn't want to go. So you just have to be careful. If you do run over a chicken's foot, it is not a huge deal. You just need to kind of go in short lengths so that if you do catch one, you just go over and grab wherever you can to lift it, and they will usually just run away on their own. So same thing with this one, blue rope. Give it a little yank to get them up and moving. You don't have to pick it up off the ground very far. There's wheels on the back that kind of help it to go. They don't do a great job, but they do help you to roll along, and the whole thing is fairly light. All right, and then finally, back here is their watering system. You may need to move this as you move the chicken tractors, because as they go forwards, the hoses are not quite long enough for them to go a full tractor length forwards. So, but we filled one of these this morning and one of them last night. And that one's pretty empty, so we'll probably go fill that. So you just shut the valve off like that, and need both hands here. Unscrew the hose. The hose stays with the tractor. All right, and then we'll do the same thing here. This one's pretty full because I think I filled it this morning. So we will just leave that there while we go get water for the other ones. So what I like to do is I like to take the whole wagon with me, because it might not be very heavy right now, but once you've got 5 gallons of water in each bucket, that's 80 pounds, and it gets a little rough to carry it all the way across the yard. So let's go back to that hose by the fire pit, and we will fill this bucket. All right, and we're back to the chicken tractors. Pull the wagon up. And screw the hose back on. Nice and tight, obviously. All right. And then turn the valve on. And put this other bucket back up here. And there we go. Water for the chickens. And what will happen then, now that the valve's on, and I don't want to open this back up because I got it all tied, but those cups, yep, you can see them all drinking. So those cups will start to fill with water. Now they stop when they get full. There's a valve in them. But there you go. They got water, they got food, they're happy. So that's it. This is your meat birds in the back corner. You've got somewhere around the middle there, you've got your egg laying flock, the adult ones anyway, in their coop and their run. And then the newest addition is the baby chickens over there in their little chicken tractor, and they do not need to be moved yet because there's only 15 of them, and that chicken tractor has plenty of fresh grass for them, so they should be good for a while. Move them like once a week or so, so no worries. All right, and that is it. Thank you for watching.